love our young audience members today. They're adorable. He's adorable too, Bryce Wylde.
She's so
Maybe
cute.
not quite as cute. I don't know. Look at her.
No, so cute.
Her name's Shania. Sweet little thing. She's got her own chair. She's 2.
Hi,
She's a
Shania.
big girl.
How are you, sweetie?
Hi, sweetheart. She won't wave at me either. It's fine. We
She's
still
having
love
fun.
you.
She's mesmerized.
Now, we were just talking, showing beautiful maternity fashions, and
Yeah.
one thing that pregnant women get a lot of is indigestion and heartburn.
Absolutely.
We want to talk about what it is, what causes it, how we can remedy it. So the conventional treatments and then some natural.
Absolutely, because there's both. You know, what might shock a lot of folks to understand beyond the pregnant women is that about 55 million North Americans suffer from heartburn.
Really?
And acid reflux affects about 20 or so million of those people. And then about another 20 million plus have ulcers, full-blown ulcers. And this is not a joking scenario. You have to see your doctor about this and get tested. Things like H. pylori might be an underlying cause, a bad bacteria you want none of, but it requires antibiotic treatment. So it's very important. But acid reflux is caused by a number of things for which we'll discuss. But first, I want everyone to understand the physiology. So I'm going to get you to hold this blank little board here. So this is your, I'm going to draw a stomach real quick.
Make me really thin, okay?
Oh, well, it's not about that.
Really, really tight.
And it's really anatomically incorrect. But the point I want to get across is that that's about the size of your stomach. It's about a fist.
Okay.
And then the issue is here at this gastroesophageal valve. Okay, it's not a flip valve like your garbage can. It's a sphincter. So I don't care if you have a little bit of stomach acid floating around or you have a lot of stomach acid. The issue is not really acid. It's whether or not it escapes through this valve upwards, causing that heartburn we experience. Sends a lot of folks to the ER, by the way, on a regular basis, thinking they're having a heart attack. So it's right there at that valve. So
this valve is not functioning properly?
Exactly. Often from a hernia, okay, and so a hernia is caused, this is your diaphragm, okay, just under your ribs. Your lungs are passive, and the diaphragm is the muscle that brings your lungs open, inspires, okay, brings oxygen in. If this diaphragm has a little outpouching of your esophagus right here, that's hard to see, but if that's outpouched, that'll keep the valve open, and that'll allow acid to come up. Right. So in talking about lifestyle and natural approaches, one thing that we can all do is learn to breathe better.
Really?
Okay, so learn to breathe better with belly breaths. And so learning to really expand your belly, it's counterintuitive. We hold our bellies tight and taut.
I know.
But when we do that, we're pushing up on the diaphragm.
Right.
And then this becomes a physical issue. So that opens up that valve I was describing, allowing whatever amount of acid you have to escape.
Ask all the women in the audience trying to sit with their stomach flat while sitting down.
Right, you got to learn to, so, you know.
You're all doing the wrong thing right now.
You are, and so sucking it in, especially when you're eating, by the way, breathing out, belly breaths, chewing your food, folks. We all chew our food too little, too quickly. We swallow whole chunks. That's going to put pressure. A lot of us are bloated, and we're bloated because we take things like antibiotics. In some cases, it's necessary, but following that up with important probiotics will keep that bloating down. Anything that causes bloating is going to push up against that gastroesophageal valve. It's going to allow stomach acid to escape. Another little trick, by the way, taking a 6-inch block. If you have acid repeating or heartburn now, putting those under your headboard keeps your bed on just enough of an angle to give you a better sleep at night, because heartburn affects most people at night, and that's a real problem. Absolutely. So posture is everything, and a lot of people don't know about this. Whatever gum it is, don't chew gum. If you have acid indigestion, chewing gum signals your brain to say make more acid. So that's a couple of lifestyle tips you can keep in mind.
Good point. Okay, so those are all natural, easy things you can do right now when you go home. You also have some products here that might help.
Yeah, and there's some other things to keep in mind. Conventional approaches are often PPIs, or proton pump inhibitors, or H2 blockers. These are a class of medication that suppresses acid, and that's fine if you need to take them, because suppressing acid for that acid that's escaping, we're concerned about in the short term esophageal cancer. All right, so it's necessary to talk to your doctor about that. But the problem we have is that taking these for too long a term can cause B12 deficiency, and it can cause calcium deficit and magnesium. This leads to osteoporosis. So FDA warnings are out now saying don't take this long term. Talk to your doctor about this. If it's long term, it may affect your bones. Short term might be okay.
Can you counterbalance that with taking more calcium and magnesium?
It's a great question. So unfortunately, by suppressing stomach acid too long, you can't even break down the supplemental mineral that you might otherwise take to offset it. So it's a great question, but you can't win that way. Another real quick, easy thing in the morning, a little bit of lemon in water. That'll alkalize your body. Okay, it's counterintuitive because that's acidic. And another thing, especially for pregnant women, DGL, deglycerized licorice. Try one of these. These are little chewable tablets.
You're gonna try and stick my mouth together again?
No, I won't do that.
Okay,
Or
can I
color
chew
your
on
teeth.
these?
You can chew on these. So mucilages in the world of natural medicine are things that create a little bit of a buffer, a barrier, a membrane at that area where there might be acid, allowing that protection against the acid so you're not as likely to feel the heartburn as well as you're protecting your skin.
It tastes like candy, guys. That's good.
Right? If you appreciate licorice,
anything like that.
deglycerized licorice. There's marshmallow root. There's a whole bunch of things. Aloe vera, you can drink this back. Aloe vera is an amazing thing to help with heartburn.
Really?
Instantly lowers the pH in your stomach, but doesn't suppress the acid. So drink that back multiple times a day. Probiotics, again, I mentioned that if you're on a triple pack, for example, you're getting treated for H. pylori, it is a must to take probiotics after you're done with that. And
Can
folks,
you explain to me what these do, how that would help heartburn or indigestion?
well, in particular, that bloating we talked about is often caused because of what's called dysbiosis, imbalanced good and bad bacteria causing that.
Okay.
If that's happening, remember the diaphragm sitting too high?
Yes.
It's opening the valve. What do you get? Acid repeating.
So you need
taking
more of the
these-
good, put more of the good in, and it's gonna outweigh the bad.
Bingo. See how
Okay.
smart she is? She just distills
I
everything
got it
into such
eventually. I
simple
think it's the
word,
third time you
right?
said it, but whatever.
Well, a lot of people hear me sort of ranting like peanuts. Remember the wah characters? So distilling it down to simple information is important. And folks, stay away from
This is all the
everything you
stuff
see
to
here.
eat, then.
This might be good and
Just
natural.
joking.
Peppermint
Don't
tea.
eat
No,
it.
don't eat this stuff. Well, chocolate causes, got caffeine in it, causes heartburn. Cream, hot peppers, fatty foods here. Get it out of your diet.
This is like terrible for you.
Get it out of your diet. Organic, 75% or higher if you're going to do it when you don't have heartburn.
That's right, just a little indulgence.
do
Well,
it.
we've made it easier than ever to purchase Bryce's book, Wild on Health. Just go to cityline.ca, click on today's show guide, and you'll find a buy link. Thank you,
hey,
Bryce.
thanks, guys.
Let's go to break. We've got more coming up.